Hey everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the behavior of functions as they approach weird spots on the graph. So I'm going to start with looking at what happens to x as it goes this way. So this would be as x goes to negative infinity, what's going to happen to f of x? F of x is approaching this line right here. It's approaching this horizontal asymptote. It goes to 0. Next, let's see what happens as x goes to negative 2, from the left-hand side, and when we're going from the left-hand side, we're going to indicate that with a little negative sign. So as x goes to negative 2 from the left, f of x here from the left, it's going up. F of x goes to infinity. Contrast that with x going to negative 2 from the right. On the positive side of it, on the right side of it, f of x is going to go to negative infinity. See, because it follows this line down. Now, as we go to positive 2, as x goes to positive 2 and it approaches it from the left, it's following along this line, approaching from the left. F of x goes to positive infinity. And the opposite happens as x goes to positive 2 from the right. It's following this curve down. F of x goes to negative infinity. Lastly, what happens is we just let x grow. As x just grows and goes to infinity, it's going like this. As x goes to positive infinity, f of x is going to go to 0, that same horizontal asymptote. Now over here, let's call this g of x, and let's call this line x equals 1. What's going to happen as x goes to negative infinity? We're going to follow down, go out this way. As x goes to negative infinity, g of x goes to 1, and we might say it approaches it from the top. It comes down from the positive side of things. As x goes to negative 1 from the left, g of x is going to come, so coming in from the left from the negative side, g of x goes up to infinity. Coming at 1 from the other side of things, g of x goes down. So as x goes to negative 1 from the right, g of x goes to negative infinity. And remember, these negative and positive means left and right, because negative's on the left, positive's on the right. So as I'm coming from the negative, see left side, negative side of this vertical asymptote, it's going to go down. So x goes to 1 from the left, g of x goes to negative infinity. And as x goes to 1 from the right, what's going to happen there? Well, here's the right positive side of things. I'm going to trace the line back. Oh, look at this. Oops. It's going up to plus infinity. So g of x goes to infinity. And lastly, as x goes to infinity, it's following along here, and what happens to g of x? It just hits right here at x equals 1. So it goes to 1, but it's coming up from the bottom. So we'd say it's coming in from the bottom. And that's looking at what happens at the interesting points of these rational graphs, vertical and horizontal asymptotes. Call it the infinity behaviors of these graphs. See you next time.